Don't you tell me haikus! Don't you dare lecture me on haiku! Vowing to keep Gangnam Style relevant for as long as possible, we are Two Cousins Drinking.
And today we're Two Cousins drinking Westfalia Red Ale from Fort Point Beer Company.
Too true, Gregory. Too true.
I said it right. Yay.
12th time is the charm! Woo. Westfalia Nuremberg inspired Red Ale.
It is definitely red.
Can I smell it? Can I smell my Nuremberg inspired Red Ale? Malty.
Kind of nutty.
Oh, I almost tried to swirl a full beer. Sort of, it's like a dark toasted bread, but light. Not overpowering aromas. I'm doing this with or without you. I'm drinking it. That is some sweet malty beer.
Yes, it's.
I'm tasting raisins. I'm getting a little bitter on the finish, and I'm hoping that builds up as I drink more of this. Because we're Two Cousins drinking, and we don't drink just once or twice. We drink 3 times to make sure that the beer holds up to a high level of excellence. From Fort Point Brewing, Greg, from what city are they from?
San Francisco.
They were originally founded in the Presidio neighborhood, right near Fort Point, under the Golden Gate Bridge. Fort Point Beer Company was founded by the Catalina brothers in 2014.
Tyler and Justin.
Unfortunately, for some of you out there watching this beer right now is currently only available in the state of California.
If you live in the Bay Area, they will deliver. I can tell you the ABV is 5.6%.
And only 16 IBUs. All right, so I've waited a minute for my last sip. I have malty mouth.
I've never heard that term before, but I get it immediately. Malty mouth, yeah. I don't think I like malty mouth.
You gotta, yeah. You have to like a little sort of, you have to like a sweeter, maltier beer for this.
And all these malty beers we drink, it always starts off that I'm like, oh, this is so good. And as it warms up, it's like, oh, it just gets maltier and maltier and maltier.
Oh, with your numbers. With your numbers. Your numbers, Greg.
I'm currently enjoying it 75, and I want another 70.
I'm a little below. I'm gonna say I'm enjoying it at 70, and I want another 70. Shall we wrap up drink 1 and get to the nitty gritty on drink number 2?
Blue says yes. I'm starting to understand why I just drifted to IPAs. Drink 2 time.
This is where things get real. Either real good or real bad. We'll find out. You have to really just want a malty beer for this. It's not a bad beer. It's just very malty. No. Is my issue. I don't know what your issue is.
I just don't like really malty beers anymore.
Second beer, one of the things we can discuss is the grand marketing scheme of the Westfalia Nuremberg inspired Red Ale from 4 Point Beer Company.
Scheme? I like the we built this on CAD and thickened the lines. Look. The bridge is so, geometrical. I mean, it's a bridge, right? So just using the geometry and the angles inspired by the bridge, I think it's really cool.
I agree with you. And what I also like about it is that all of their beers are a similar style. So you will recognize Fort Point Beer Company on the shelf. What do you feel about them calling it Westfalia after the Volkswagen camper vans?
Oh, is that what that is? I didn't know what Westfalia meant. I didn't even look that up. That's kind of weird that's Westfalia Nuremberg inspired. Considering Nuremberg's history with World War II and Volkswagen's history with World War II, that's a very odd connection.
I didn't catch that connection. This beer is just Germany punishing us for the war.
When we started the show 20 years ago, 4 years ago, I think it would have been we definitely would have liked it better. I think our palates have changed you didn't like IPAs at all back then.
It comes off as a beer that somebody brewed this. They know what they're doing. I don't get the sense that they're like morons. It's a good brewer who's doing a certain style of beer. We just don't like the style of beer.
So they have 4 core beers. The KSA, a Kolsch beer. Kolsch, Villager, an IPA. I think it's a lower IBU IPA. And Park, a wit beer.
I'm upset because I wanted to announce that this was one of their core beers, and I forgot. Yeah. What are your numbers, Gregory?
I'm enjoying a 70, and I want another 65.
I moved up to a 75 and still want another 70. I know I said beer 2 is where the real action lies, but I think beer 3 is where the real action lies.
Stay tuned.
Malfoy, perhaps?
Dementor! Woo. Welcome to drink 3.
That maltiness.
Yeah.
I guess you sort of, by the time I get to here, I get acclimated and I'm enjoying it. But that first sip, oh, that's some sweet maltiness. Lou, stop it. Lou, stop it.
What's your Marvel Universe character for this beer?
This would be the Red Skull.
Yeah. Okay.
Red Ale, Nuremberg inspired. Come on. All the pieces fit together.
You're at a wedding and this beer asks you to dance. What song is playing?
Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. You're like, yeah, technically this is it's a great pop song, but I don't know if I'm not going to buy the album, but I'll dance to it.
If you brought this beer to a party, what impression do you give? What does this say about you?
Regardless of the beverage inside, people will say, oh, he knows his beers, and he's a hipster who brings us serious beers, local stuff. B. Arthur has risen from the grave. She is fully aware that she is back from the dead. How many of these beers do you drink to impress the undead B. Arthur?
17.
Don't you tell me haikus! Don't you dare lecture me on haikus!
What would you change about this beer to improve it for your taste buds?
As discussed, I would say a little pump up the IBU a bit. What character from Lord of the Rings or Star Wars would you drink this beer with?
Old fat Bib Fortuna. And we're going to be eating some roasted Rancor.
Ooh. Imagine it, just like a Rancor finger. That's a nice meal. Grilled. Mmm.
Mm.
That's the satisfied groan of a man who's eaten Rancor.
You want some Rancor? I can get you a Rancor finger right now.
What time is it? You had a crazy party last night at your house, and you have 10 of these left. You're relaxing in your backyard. It's a Sunday. You're planning on having a few of these, but ha-ha! Over the fence comes Don Knotts, and he's headed straight for that cooler.
I let him go.
To the beers?
I'm not chasing Don Knotts down for 10 of these.
I think I'm gonna at least shoo him away like his raccoon. I'm gonna grab a broom or something like. No!
Nuts!
No, bad Don Knotts. Bad Don Knotts. We're getting close to the end. I want to say it's not my style of beer, but it is very good for the style.
I'll do the chicken noodle dance for $5. Yes?
Okay.
Daddy's working. Greg, your final numbers on this beer.
I'm still enjoying it at 70. It's pretty, but I want another like a 55.
I'm going to hold strong. I'm now enjoying it at 75, and I want another 70.
It's the amusement park of life.
That is Two Cousins Drinking.